Feminists are going crazy after this. Harrison Butker, who is a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs, gave a college graduation speech, and feminists did not like what he had to say.
For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker. She's the primary educator to our children. She's the one who ensures I never let football or my business become a distraction from that of a husband and father.
From a biblical worldview, this makes so much sense, but the world does not have a biblical worldview. So there's so much backlash coming against Harrison because obviously what he claims goes against the culture, goes against what it tells women that they need to go and do, that they have to have these large, successful careers to be somebody, to be independent. And if you read the word, you can see that this is a deception. This is a lie. It doesn't mean that women can't work or that they can't have careers or they won't receive accolades for the amazing things that they can do in the workforce. But what it does mean is that there are women who are now miserable in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on because they never experienced motherhood. They never experienced being a wife or a homemaker, which the Lord created women to do. And I can tell you, just like Harrison said, my wife is so much better off now that she is in a position to where she is a full-time stay-at-home mom, where she is a full-time homemaker, and she can learn what that role means biblically and live out that relationship with the Lord in the role that she was created to be in. When my wife was working for corporate America, she was stressed, overwhelmed, had moments of depression. She was not in a healthy place. The Lord actually told us to have her quit her job. And it was out of my fear that we had her continue working for much longer than we should have. But once she stepped into full-time motherhood and homemaker, there was a peace that came over our home that I had never experienced before in our home. We knew that we were doing the right thing. And while it has been a process that has not been perfect, as she steps more into that role and we understand what that looks like, it's amazing to watch how God is using our family. And we know that God will be able to use our family more efficiently, more effectively, because we're not trying to keep up with the norms of our culture and society, but instead looking at what the Bible says how we should live our lives and being obedient to what the Lord has told us to do and operating in that fashion. Women, if you have reservations about what you should be doing, first and foremost, consult the Lord and read the word and see what it says for yourself. Now, obviously circumstances can be different, whether you're married, you're single, you have a separated household, your husband doesn't make enough money to provide a roof over your head alone, or maybe you can't have children, or maybe the Lord has directed you into business for this season. But this is something to deeply consider and to consult on the Lord and look at where our culture is going holistically and how women have truly been lied to, thinking that they need to be out here being the breadwinners, being these boss babes, when really that's not what they were created to do. And men, we have to step up and allow women to operate in these roles. They can't operate as mothers, as homemakers, if we don't provide a home, if we don't provide for them to have a place to walk out this role. And that's our duty, that's our obligation, and we need to step into that fully. And if you can't fully provide for your wife to be able to live out this role and you've been called to do that, you have to seriously consider what kind of changes need to happen in your life to be able to get there. And again, always consult with the Lord on what needs to happen and how you need to do it. If you guys stand with Harrison Butker like I do, type I stand in the comments and hit that like button so more people can see the truth. And make sure to follow or subscribe for daily Christian content.